everyone, hope you're doing really well. So today's video is a first impression on Dermablend's Smooth Liquid Camo Foundation. Before we get started, I'll just clear up a couple of things. The lighting today is awful. We've had like a major polar blast here in New Zealand. It's like the worst weather that we've had since we've been in winter. So I haven't got great lighting for this, unfortunately. I'm really hoping it does pick up. And second of all, this is not a hickey. This is just like a random pimple that I've got on the side of my neck, and I picked it before we started filming and I thought, well, that was a good idea, good one. So this randomly turned up on my doorstep like 6 months ago. I'm pretty sure it came from the L'Oreal group, but not from like the New Zealand PR market. I'm pretty sure it came from New York, and I wasn't overly fussed on using it because I didn't hear a lot about it. So I was sent 3 of these liquid foundations and then also a translucent pot of powder, and I have been thrashing the powder. I've been using it in my freelancing kit for like 6 months. You guys would have seen in my what's in my makeup kit update, which I'll link down below for you guys. I use it like all the time on my clients. It is phenomenal. So then it just kind of came to the conclusion. I was like, I have to try out this foundation and see what all the hype is when it comes to, if it's anything like the powder and how I rate the powder, this could be a really amazing product. He's being a creep in the background. I actually love the packaging and I love the container. It's a squeeze bottle, which is fantastic to travel in, and it's plastic. It has an Spf Spectrum of 25, which is fantastic. Not so great though if you're going out and you know there's going to be flash photography. You'll probably most likely get flashback with it. It does say it's got a medium coverage with a matte finish. It does contain 6.8% of titanium dioxide, and it helps prevent sunburn. Well, of course that's what SPF would do. Now I've just looked up how much it retails here in New Zealand. It kind of gives me a little bit of variance around the place because you can get it from like Strawberry Net, which I never recommend. I hate Strawberry Net. I think it's just a rip-off of like so many cosmetic brands, and you don't know exactly where your products are coming from. Like the resources of it are just not very like faithful, so I recommend never buying off Strawberry Net. I know a lot of people do, and that's fine, and I'm sure a lot of the products work for you, but if you think that you're getting like a high-end product, you are not, because it has to be sold from a particular like brand. So like say you were buying Clinique, like Clinique products can only be sold from a Clinique counter or online from their official website. Anywhere else is not a licensed retailer to sell it. So they are stating that this retails for roughly between $55 to $60 here in New Zealand. They sent me 3 colors. I went with Biscuit, so this one just looked really similar to my color tone. I am more of a yellow undertone and quite a light yellow undertone. Let's just squeeze a little bit out. Whoa, they came out so quickly. So just to give you guys a quick fact check on my skin, I'm a dry combination skin type, so I get a little bit of oil through my T-zone and I do get it quite dry on the outer areas. But to prep my skin, I'm going to be using Strobe Cream by MAC. So we'll whack this on, and I'll just do half of my face just to show you guys comparisons of the coverage when I first apply it. Okay, so let's do this. Oh wow, it has such a velvety finish like instantly. I know it might look a little yellow at the moment. My skin, like my face is naturally quite pink, but the rest of my body isn't. I'm very yellow undertone throughout my body, but my face sometimes throws a bit of pink. And it's already given me, Peter, it's just the neighbours. It's already covered a lot of like colouring that I have on my face, my scarring. My scarring's always the one area that I love to make sure is well covered. Because I used to have quite severe scarring through this area. I can't even tell you guys how nicely this like glides on. It kind of reminds me of Infallible by L'Oreal, but way nicer. I don't know if you guys saw my review, but I wasn't like, I liked the Infallible, but I didn't at the same time. I don't think it sat very nicely on my skin. That's incredible. I really like that. It looks so natural. The colour is perfect as well. I'm really surprised by the colouring. But if you look at that side where everything's exposed and I've got all my imperfections, and then I've just applied one layer of this one and everything looks so flawless. I honestly don't feel like I need another coat of it. I'm really happy with one application. So honestly, for a medium coverage, it is a very medium, if not like almost encroaching to like heavy. Dang, that's good. Let's go. See what I mean? Like it stays in place even when you apply the brush on top of it. Like it stays in place. I would say you don't have a lot of time to work with it though, but that's fine. I think because it all stays in place, you don't have to move it around too much. It's got a really nice, like it is a matte finish, but it's got like a really soft radiance to it, so it's not like, you know, flat matte. Like flat matte does not suit me, it can really age me. I'm just going to put a little bit more around my nose because she's a little red at the moment, being sick. And I've got a few little breakouts, just really tiny ones because I'm run down. This is how it's looking on both sides now. I'm just so blown away by the instant flawless coverage that I've gained from it. I don't even need to do a second layer, which I love because it really cuts down my application time and I can get to things a lot quicker and the makeup process isn't as long, which I love. Alright, I'll just test my fingers with it as well and see if there's any major transfer. Okay, there is a little bit of transfer, quite a bit actually, but I'm assuming once I set it with powder it should be fine. But yeah, you probably could not wear this. Yeah, you definitely can't wear this on its own. So far it's looking really good up close, like my pores aren't amplified, I haven't got any crow's feet like starting to creep through. Colour tone is impeccable. I don't think I've actually had something that is so true to my natural colouring, which is great. They haven't overcompensated with being too yellow with their undertoning, which I like. Texture is beautiful, very silky. I honestly can't even floor it. This is the thing, like I think it's beautiful. The only thing that could really let it down is transferring once I've got everything on. Anyways, let's do a flashback test and see how prominent this SPF is with it. Oh, I totally look like a little kid in that photo. So flashback is very prominent in this. I did just quickly look up about the SPF Spectrum in it. It sounds like this is designed to be, you know, either a foundation or as a sunscreen. Like they make it out like you can either wear it as a full protection sunscreen. So I guess that must be a, like because it's a Dermablend, it's a professional dermatologist brand. They do make it where it can be just used as a sunscreen. So it's, yeah, the titanium dioxide is quite prominent in it, and so is the zinc. The zinc is very prominent in it to help with repelling sun rays, so it will do the same when it comes to a flash on a camera. Yeah, we might have a few issues with that. I might put on the rest of my face and then do another flashback test and we'll see how it goes. Hey everyone, so I'm back after a couple of hours. It's currently 2:31 and I started filming around 10:30 this morning and it's looking amazing so far, and like I'm honestly really happy. I'll zoom in for you guys to see what the texture's looking like. So here it is up close, and oh, I'm so just like, I'm sorry, I'm so biased. I am loving this foundation. When I get up close, I haven't got any amplified pores. I have found that like when I touch it now, there's no transfer, of course because I said it earlier on. I'm picking up an ever so slightly shine throughout my T-zone. So I have a feeling it will probably get a little bit more shiny throughout the day. Which is easy to block, but I'm not going to touch it at the moment because I want to see what it's like after a couple of hours. I'm definitely really happy to see that I haven't got a lot of creping and creasing around like my smile areas, such as like crow's feet around my eyes and around my mouth. I generally do crepe around there if something's quite creamy or doesn't have like a micro flex ability to it, so there's definitely something going on that really moves beautifully with the skin in this foundation. It hasn't oxidized, which I'm so happy about. Honestly, I can't even describe to you how often I deal with foundations that oxidize and, you know, get darker and darker throughout the day. It's honestly the most terrifying thing, you know, as a makeup wearer. Everything's going really good so far. I'm going to film a couple more things and I will update you guys soon. Okay guys, so Trent and I have just got back from dinner. It's just about to go 8 o'clock. So I've had the foundation on for just around 10 hours now. So far it's looking pretty good. Like, it's so hard, I know. I'm really sorry the lighting of course is very different to when I first did it this morning. And I'm using softboxes. But to give you guys a fair idea of how it's all looking, like my forehead is fairly shiny. Like, it definitely needs a good powdering, that's for sure. My chin's a little bit shiny as well, so in saying that, I noticed that the foundation didn't say that it was oil free, so it must have some kind of oil in it. It just has like more of a really soft radiance to it as opposed to like looking oily though. I'm finding that I'm a little bit oily and patchy around my nose though. Yeah, Other than that, there's been no oxidizing again, which is great. Like, it hasn't gone darker throughout the day. I don't know, like for me, I am actually really impressed. I would definitely give this foundation like at least a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, overall though, like I am fairly impressed by the foundation, and I love how I feel like I'm wearing nothing at all. Such a light coverage. Holy shit, I don't even feel like I'm wearing anything right now. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's review anyways, and just kind of, if you guys have been curious about this foundation, hopefully I've given you some idea of, you know, the value of it and if it's worth buying. For me, I personally really rate it. I am definitely going to be wearing this all the time for like more of a lightweight foundation. But anyways guys, if you've got any more recommendations of other foundations you'd like me to try, do feel free to leave a comment down in the comment box below. Of course, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the little bell button down there. That way you'll always get notifications whenever I upload a new video and you'll be the first to view it. And until next time guys, have a lovely day and I will see you soon. Bye!